The Toronto Raptors get an absolutely huge win on the road. They go 4-1 on their 5-game road trip, 103-101 against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. First thing we got to do here, we got to drop one for them because the Raptors, I mean, they just came out of the gate with some pretty decent defense in this one. And to be quite honest with you, when I saw before the game that it was OKC minus 11.5, I was like, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Was I the only one who kind of recognized that here? Did you guys see that as well? I said that's definitely a bit much, especially when Jalen Williams is not in the lineup. But there are some things that we have to get to in this one because this is probably the biggest win of the season for the Raptors. I mean, you go up against a team, Oklahoma City, 37-9, and come out with the W on their home floor, which I believe is the first time that they have lost back-to-back home games since November of 2024. I could be wrong. You're going to have to double check that one. But I'm pretty sure that's what I heard on the air from one Matt Devlin. Colin Murray-Boyle still out with a thumb injury. Jakob Poeltl, I mean, we don't know what's going on with him. He's already back in Toronto, and he is getting looked at by a specialist. Some serious issues there going on with one Jakob Poeltl. But starters in this game, Immanuel Quickley, Barrett, Ingram, Barnes, and Sandro Mamukelashvili. No Jalen Williams, like I mentioned, no Hartenstein, no AJ Mitchell as well. And this is the same starting lineup for the Raptors for the first time in back-to-back games since January 7th. You heard me correctly, January 7th. Okay, now, aside from me just talking to you about breaking down some of this game, we are going to look at some numbers in this game because there are some numbers that we have to get to that are some pretty good numbers in favor of the Raptors in this one. Now, starting this game with Immanuel Quickley, we've talked about him a bit the last few games, and he has been playing better, at least in my estimation, and I've been talking about it because when he was struggling, we were on his ass like back pockets. But now, when he's playing better, we also have to give him that credit. And I got news for you if you did not watch this game. Without Immanuel Quickley in this game, you're not winning. You are not winning in this game without Immanuel Quickley. He had a team-high 23 points. And let me mention something here quickly. No pun intended. After Immanuel Quickley with those 23 points, the next person behind him was RJ Barrett with 14. RJ Barrett with 14. He was the second leading scorer for this team after Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley, who, let's drop one for him, please. Played 32 minutes in this game, 23 points, 7 of 14 from the field, 6 of 10. 6 of 10 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds. 11 rebounds. 2 assists, gave you 2 steals as well, only 1 turnover. We're going to drop an extra one here for Quick, okay? Immanuel Quickley put on a very nice shooting display and good shots, efficient, okay? 50% overall from the field, 60% from three-point range. But he came out quickly, drills a 3, and then he nails a soft floater off the glass. Then he comes back again, drills another 3. He had 9 of the Raptors' first 13 points in that first quarter. But the issue that I was having with the Raptors is that they were leaving too many guys wide open from three-point range. They went 4 of 11 from three-point range with 54.7 seconds remaining in that first quarter. But the good thing is that the Raptors only had 1 turnover in the first quarter. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line in the first as well. But I thought the ball didn't do a very good job moving offensively. Guys were going one-on-one. They were trying to create for themselves. You want to see that ball go to the middle if need be. Try to create from there. Have guys coming into the dunker spot, slashers. Create from the inside and bring it back out if you have to. But move the ball. It's tough to go one-on-one defensively with a guy like Brandon Ingram when you have a linebacker, an absolute linebacker in Lou Dort. The guy is physical. That's what was going on with Brandon Ingram tonight. The dude is just a big football player disguised as an NBA basketball player. But he did shoot the lights out at the same time, and we will get to that. But after the first quarter, 30-25 for Oklahoma City. Now, I did mention to you about Brandon Ingram having a tough night. 5 of 18 shooting in 36 minutes, 13 points, 0 of 3 from three-point range, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. So he did do a pretty good job on the defensive end. I think we need to give him credit there. But I'm telling you, this wasn't just like it was some bad shooting night from Brandon Ingram. It was Dort. It was Dort. The guy is a door with legs. Okay? That's how wide he is. He's a car that moves on 2 legs. He's huge and he's mobile and he's strong. He's strong. I'm telling you, he's a brick. But Brandon Ingram, trust me, that was a part of it. Lou Dort was all over this guy. Okay, so the Raptors come out with a little bit more intensity in that second quarter. They're pushing the ball. They're going into the paint. 5-0 run to start the Q. Okay, Raptors now, and we've talked about this a lot in regards to fast break points, especially with one of the defenses that are just an absolute killer in the league in Oklahoma City. You need to run that ball and get up the floor and try to get some easy paint buckets before they have a chance to set up that half-court defense. And run, 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 damn it, they did. Now, when it comes to fast break points, 20-10, they doubled the points of Oklahoma City Thunder in that regard. And so that is key because the Raptors score a league best 19.2 fast break. Let me repeat that. The Raptors score a league best 19.2 fast break points per game. Did it that time. And the Raptors were plus 10 in the paint, 18-8 advantage, doing a good job attacking from the middle, like I mentioned earlier, and finding cutters. Okay, now the Raptors were throwing double teams at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lord have mercy, is that guy a nightmare? Is he a nightmare? 35 minutes in this game. He only had 24 points thanks to, some decent double teams that the Raptors were throwing at him. But when you do that, it now opens up the floor for somebody else to have an open shot. 24 points, 8 of 11 from the field, efficient, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers in this game. But with that being said, Lou Dort, 36 minutes, 19 points, also an efficient 6 of 10 from the field. But he hit you up with 4 of 8 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, 2 assists in this one, 2 steals in this game. But the Raptors, like I mentioned, throwing that double team at SGA, not rotating fast enough to get to Dort. And he had those 4 of 6 3-point field goals early in that second quarter. So he never made one in that second half. The Raptors, unfortunately, at that point, with 2:45 remaining in the second quarter, were shooting 1 of 7 from three-point range in the queue. But 2 guys that we definitely have to give a big shout out to. One is Jamal Shead. Big game from him. Jacoby Walter as well. Glad to have him back in the lineup. And it's like I mentioned, guys, you can't tell everything by just looking at the numbers. It's what Jack Armstrong said a couple days ago when he was on the Mike Roach show. It ain't just about numbers. It's about what you see with your eyes. Numbers don't always tell you the full story. You have to watch the game. Like, I cannot come on here and break down this game just by looking at stats. It won't make any sense, especially to somebody who's actually seen the game. But in this one, Jamal Shead, 24 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 9 from the field, just 1 of 5 from three-point range, but he gives you 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, just 1 turnover in this game. And boy, like I mentioned, is it good to ever have back Jacoby Walter in this one. Okay, 28 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3 point range, but he knocked down a big one, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, along with 3 assists, sorry, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and gave you 3 steals. 3 steals. You see, that's the thing about Walter. What he provides for you on the defensive end is so key. To see a big steal that he had on Holmgren when Holmgren was trying to get to the basket, then the Raptors get possession, push the ball back in the opposite direction. These things matter. These things matter. So it's good to have Jacoby Walter back in that lineup, not only because he can make shots, but what he does on the defensive end, taking accountability and keeping his man in front of him. You know who I'm going to drop one for as well? Grady. I'm going to drop one for Grady. You know why? Because after that massive struggle session that he had for just a whole bunch of games earlier on in the season, he once again comes into the game, has 21 minutes and 10 points. So he's in double figures again. 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3 point range, knocked down a couple big ones, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, only 1 turnover as well. So he is doing a good job of taking care of the basketball. So that is always a really, really good sign that we are seeing once again from one Grady Dick. So that needs to be talked about. And then going in to that into halftime, Quickley once again knocks down a big 3. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals going into the half. And it's a 54-50 ball game for the Raptors. 26-12 points in the paint advantage for the Raptors. 33-25 rebound advantage for the Raptors. And, you know, for a team that doesn't have any centers on it, I got to say, the Raptors out-rebound the Oklahoma City Thunder by 14. By 14 on the glass. 51-37 on the glass. We're going to drop a bomb for the Raptors working their ass off on the glass, okay? But there still are some other numbers of some starters that I want to get to before we tackle the second half. Sandro Mamukelashvili, 32 minutes, 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field. No threes in this one. 4 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Just 1 turnover, but gave you a steal, gave you a block as well. Thank God RJ Barrett is back in the lineup in 21 minutes, 14 points. He scored a team high second behind Immanuel Quickley, 14 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3 point range, gave you 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And boy, do we have to talk about Scottie Barnes. Do we have to talk about Scottie Barnes? But you know what? I'm going to save Scottie for the fourth quarter. I'm going to save Scottie Barnes for the fourth quarter. Okay? 32 minutes in this game. I'll give you his stats, but we're going to talk about what happened in that fourth quarter. 10 points. 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3 point range, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He gave you 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. And boy, am I excited to talk about him. Now, RJ, tough rebound, goes in for the layup with 11 minutes remaining in that third quarter. So Barnes, open court, threads the needle to RJ Barrett. He now has 12 points, and I'm talking about RJ. But the Raptors were playing some good defense. But the communication, not good when it comes to picking up 3-point shooters in transition and just 3-point shooters overall. They did not do a good job with that. And that was one of the biggest problems that was keeping the Raptors back, finding 3-point shooters in this game. Now, Barnes, and I was concerned about this, Barnes picks up his 4th foul with 6:40 remaining in that third quarter. Barnes picks up his 4th foul with 6:40 remaining in that quarter. Now, pay attention to that because we're going to come back to it. Now, one thing that was bothering me a little bit and that I noticed at times with Jamal Shed, even though you don't typically get too many complaints out of Jamal Shed, sometimes I don't like the gambling that he does on defense because he leaves his teammates out to dry. You gamble on steals and then at times, and then it puts your defense at risk. Now, for a brief moment, they're playing 5-on-4. Everybody's got to try to rotate and recover. And a lot of the time, it's just not enough to be able to cover when somebody's attacking the paint relentlessly. So he's got to stop gambling at times on defense, on steals. Shy with 2:35 remaining in that third quarter at 19 points, and he was just scoring. You see, when he has the ball and he's going to score, he just makes it look really, really easy. Really easy. It's crazy to see. And then Barrett drills a three with 1 minute remaining. That gave him 14 points. He didn't score in that fourth quarter. Shed drills a three at the buzzer, a big three. So OKC had a 2-point lead going in to that fourth quarter. Now, we got to talk about some stuff here in the fourth. Okay. So, strong defensive effort and starting to close out on threes, which is a very good thing. Quickley once again drills a big three. Okay. Like I mentioned to you, he did have 6 threes in this game and he was taking good shots. Like I mentioned, efficiency matters. Efficiency matters. We want to see Quickley take good shots and good shots down the stretch in games. Now, Scottie Barnes picks up his 5th foul. So now he's playing with 5 fouls with 8:30 remaining, and Mamu picks up his 4th with 7:15. So overall, Scottie Barnes in this game doesn't have a big scoring game. He wasn't really able to find his way offensively, putting the ball in the basket, but he was doing a whole bunch of creating for his teammates. And when I'm talking about creating, you guys, if you haven't seen it, try to watch the game in 30 or go on the internet on YouTube and see the breakdown of the game. And like sometimes they have them in 12 minutes, 13 minutes, whatever. Look at some of the passes that Scottie Barnes makes. Like when you see the way that Scottie Barnes passes the ball, finds guys in scoring position, I'm not really sure this is something you can teach. It's just high IQ basketball. And to have the unselfishness to want to find his guys instead of necessarily going and looking for his shot, Scottie just affects the game in so many positive ways. So many positive ways. And it's such a good thing to have a guy like that who can distribute the basketball and find guys in the right position to score. It's of serious importance to have a guy do that when a guy like Immanuel Quickley is, as a point guard, is more of a scorer type. So they have to feed and work off of each other and find what works for that unit when these guys are on the floor together. So even though, like I mentioned, if you're just looking on paper of what Scottie did offensively, it doesn't do it justice, right? Because what he's doing with his passing ability, of it, the way he can break apart that defense with his passing is just a thing of beauty. Just an absolute thing of beauty. Now, 4:23 remaining in this game. The Thunder have a 1-point lead. And that was after a Jacoby Walter layup. So OKC just really good defensively. And they are just causing headaches at times with what they can do on the defensive end. But once again, to the rescue, Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley drills 2 massive threes after Jamal Shed and Brandon Ingram break down the defense, getting into the heart. Looks like they're going to be going up. They kick it out to Quickley, drains it. First one was Brandon Ingram, and then the next one was Jamal Shed breaking down the defense, or one or the other, first and second, either way. At the end of the day, they did a really good job from an offensive standpoint. Brandon Ingram, 4 assists, breaking down defenses and finding the right shooters, okay? Now, it was a 2-point game with around 33 seconds remaining in the game. It was 101-99. This is where we got to pay attention here, folks. So Oklahoma City takes a timeout. They're inbounding the ball, and they need a bucket, obviously. They go to Holmgren. Holmgren gets the ball. He's trying to go one-on-one on Scottie. Scottie absolutely locked him, blocks him. He goes up to take the jump shot. Scottie blocks him. I told you, last game he had 6 blocks. This game he had 3. Blocks him, gets possession of the ball, or somebody got possession of the ball. I don't think it was Scottie, but he did get the ball out in the open court. They get across half, and now they have to commit a foul. And here's the crazy thing about this as well. So now Jamal Shed is at the free throw line. He gets fouled. He goes to the line for 2. He misses the first one. And I'm saying, oh, man, all right, he's going to miss the first one. He's going to make the second one. It's going to be a 3-point game, and they're going to have a chance to tie this thing with a 3. He goes to the line. He misses the second one. But after he misses the second one, Scottie Barnes bats it out, and the ball ends up to Quickley. And this is the beauty, because that is a hell of a tip. If Scottie doesn't tap that ball out and it gets into Quickley's hands, we don't know what the outcome of this game happens to be. The great thing about Quickley is that when I saw Quickley get that ball at the end of the game with a few seconds left, whatever it was, I don't know how many seconds were on the clock, between 9 and 13 or 14 seconds or whatever. When Quickley got the ball and he was fouled now within a 2-point game, getting to the free throw line, I was confident that Quickley was going to knock down those free throws. If there's one thing that I can be happy about, and there's a lot of things that I'm actually happy about right now with Immanuel Quickley because he's playing better. The one thing that I'm really happy about is that when he goes to the free throw line in clutch time, I find that I'm not really worried. And that's a really good thing, because the confidence is there for Quickley to knock down those shots in the clutch, and Quickley knocks them down. And the Raptors get a big, big win on the road, 103-101. It's a damn good win for the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors, I mean, first of all, boy, am I happy they're done with the West Coast, especially in those places, LA. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, being up 1 a.m., I mean, when you're putting out these shows after as well, it is late. It is late. And I'm not sure where everybody is watching from right now when you're seeing this, but I'm in the GTA and we got our behinds kicked with winter snow. Okay, I mean, just ridiculous. Joe, what did we do to deserve all this damn snow? It's like every time it snows here at this point, there's 30, 40 cent. I mean, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, but a massive win for the Toronto Raptors. At Mike Roach 7 on IG, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the Mike Roach show. I got a show coming up for you guys tomorrow as well. A player profile. I'll be talking about one guy. You guys remember when I did that show on Immanuel Quickley? We discussed some things about him. I will be back again discussing the one RJ Barrett. We have an RJ Barrett show coming up. Everything RJ on that episode. Until next time, this is the Mike Roach Show. Thank you. The show continues to grow. Appreciate all the love and support that you guys have been showing. I do not take it for granted. Get into the comments. Let me know what you liked about the Raptors in this game. Let me know what you disliked about the Raptors in this game. Let me know what you want to discuss. This is the Mike Roach Show, and I will get back to you as fast as I can in those comments. But I do want to mention that sometimes, and I'm not sure whatever the reason is for this, and I think I've talked to you guys about this before. Sometimes when I'm trying to answer somebody in the comments, I write everything up and then I hit send and you get an error message. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's really annoying. Not sure if it really happens to you guys as well. But that is my 30-second rant before the end of the show. Until next time, I'm out.